use it for the space to have meetings here. Of course, meetings with other women because men aren't allowed. I mean, there's this argument like, why do you need this? But the problem is, why hasn't one had it? Because there have been gentlemen's clubs through the history of the world. Like, my boyfriend's a member of a gentlemen's club in Norway, and I'm like, I can say I'm a member of a ladies' club, but we get work done. And then I really do love the events, so I'm excited to see Gillian Anderson tonight in conversation. The Gillian Anderson.
I think Scully was a lot of things to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Saying because of the X-Files, because of Scully, I felt like because she could, I could.
Yeah.
There was some kind of identification with this female that wasn't on Baywatch.
Right. I've met amazing people here. I went to the Women's March in DC with the Wing, and knowing that you can be a part of a conversation where you encourage collaboration amongst women is really important, because that's ultimately what will have this kind of, tidal effect across society in general.
I found them on Instagram and I was like, what is this beautiful pink room with all the luxurious couches and look at all these cool women? And so I started researching and I was like, this is so badass. I need to be a part of this. I mean, I'm Latina, I'm Dominican and Spanish. I grew up in Queens. I mean, I've traveled a lot and I've lived in California, went to school state, et cetera, but I have never really been around that many white women. And so here it's very diverse for sure, 100%, but it's nice to have access to white women, like as weird as that sounds, just because I've never had access to them in a way where it felt friendly and comfortable. And so for me to like have lunch with these women or like, just share space with them and like be able to interact with them and see that they're just regular women like me, like it's very nice to have access to that.
There are other spaces in New York who I don't have anything against. They're not doing anything wrong, but they do have more of a dude vibe. Nothing wrong with that. It's just coming somewhere like here. I mean, you walk in here and there's an immediate sense of comfort. You're not having to worry about some guy who's looking at you, or you can also just like rock up in your track pants or sweatpants, as Americans say. You can really fully relax into whatever it is that you're doing here. I think personally, as somebody who has, who's growing a business, a small business, there have been numerous occasions where I've, sat next to somebody here who has no ulterior motive and who just wants to help me. And it's hard to articulate that without demonizing men, which is, obviously a big stigma attached to feminism, which is, not necessary, but it is very true, and you can feel it. It is different and preferable for me personally.